Everybody has their place, their go-to place, if you will, they may never even go to. Some of us are head travelers. Oh, geez.
Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy, but here's my number, so call me maybe not. There you, baby. Here's my number, call me maybe not. Hey, I just met you. This is crazy, but here's my number, so call me maybe not. All the other girls try to chase me, but here's my number, so call me maybe not. Took your time to fall, it gave me nothing at all. I borrowed steel, and I don't know how I feel. Oh, my jeans was showing, the wind was blowing. Where you think you're going, baby? Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy. And here's my number, so call me maybe not. Here's my number, so call me maybe not. This is crazy. Here's my number, so call me maybe not. Don't try to chase me, but here's my number, so call me maybe not. I miss you so bad. I miss you so bad. I miss you so bad. Before you came to my life, I missed you so bad. How could you? I miss you before you came into my life, because I didn't know you. Here's my number, so call me maybe not. Call me maybe not. Call me maybe not.
Most certainly not.
Hey,
No, not again. Thank you. Once was great. I enjoyed it. I have to dance to it. Or I have to do whatever that was to it. It's June the 20th, 2017, that mythical year. That could never be. That's a science fiction number. And, winded there. And how are you? Pretty good. This is Call Me Maybe Not. Hence the theme, which was a theme maybe not. And today's theme actually is places. So it's Places Tuesday on CMMN. I got to just write these things down. I can't think in abbreviations mentally. Because I'm abbreviated mentally already. I put a note here, by the way. This is going to happen a lot today because I took the screen off. Because people say they can't hear me. Well, that's because I mumble. And in this situation, I'm not performing, So I'm basically just thinking out loud. And, or whatever that would be. So I put a note here on my mic, which you can't see. I'd show it to you, but then you wouldn't hear me. It says, mumble into mic. Seasoned radio professional talk. Okay. And this is cold now. Got the thank you. Why do you like to thank you on there? Thank you. Tell me what it is. Don't please come again. Lease come again. Lease come again. And hank you. No, it's a chicken with broccoli from the Hong Kong Cafe right here in Madison. Your place to go. I recommend it 100% if you're in town here. It's right off Regent Street. And tell them that Michael sent you. And I don't know. Maybe I'll get a kickback on that. All right. They do give you, they give you broccoli. Sometimes you get chicken with broccoli. Either you can't find the chicken or you can't find the broccoli. I actually like the broccoli best. I'm not going to eat it for, oops. I just wanted to show you my chopstick finesse. Because, you know, they judge people in Asia by how they use their chopsticks. And I'll show you again. If you didn't catch it the first time, like getting something very, like here, the carrots are slippery. See that? You'd think that I was Asian, of the Asian persuasion. Here. Well, I don't like they do this to carrots. They make them slippery and nothing to hang on to. Okay, I'll eat later. Plenty of time. I'll just have my coffee. Places, well, there will be a Places hotline coming up, and have my coffee. You know, you're probably thinking, Michael is drinking. I mean, since he's been semi-retired, he's always talking about it. He worked in a saloon for a while there, and then last week he had a beer, and then he was wearing a beard of bees and drinking a bottle of beer. I think he's at a very low point. Yes, I am. But you reach a point in age where nothing you do will affect your longevity. So you might as well do whatever you want to do. Drink a beer. What is it? Drink a beer. Drink 2 beers. I would go as high as 3 beers in the right conditions. So here's to you. This is coffee. Ooh. You know, I wish I could drink beer. I'm trying to learn to drink beer. Because a mixed... Sorry. See, that's authentic there. Bell's from Comstock, Michigan. Bell's Oberon Ale. It's an American wheat ale. See, I don't care for a wheat ale. It's fine that it's American. So everybody has their place. My mom, I had Tuscaloosa. Never been there, but when she had to come up with the name of a place, you know, where are you in Tuscaloosa? She'd say like that, or boy, it was a long bus ride all the way to Tuscaloosa. You know, the Center Street bus went to Tuscaloosa apparently, and Dad had Heligoland because there's a song he used to sing about that failed Russian campaign, I believe it was. He was a failed Russian. Well, from Kiev, who knows where they were from? Kiev at one point, but that's where they put them all, you know, the pale there. I should probably put the, see the difference there? Anyhow, so yeah, his song was on the way to, I can have a copy of it actually, my dad's singing. We're on our way to Heligoland to get the Kaiser's goat in a good old Yankee boat. Up the Kiel Canal will float. I'm a son of a gun. To me, the Hun will make 'em understand. We'll knock the Heligo into Heligo out of Heligoland. Okay, Heligoland is no more. And the song is why. Dad, love you. Thanks. Mom, love you. I don't travel much. During the show, we went to a lot of places, and I can prove it. I still got to give these back to Lyle. Look at, these are just refrigerator magnets. For a while, he was going through, he always would do postcards. Anytime I went to, he'd get postcards, even when there were no postcards anymore. And this is, here's a town. Who knows where that even is, but it looks very authentic. Looks like a town. Put this cabinet here. Madison, Wisconsin. Been there, done that. Okay. Guess I can use that one there. I don't know what that is. Illinois, the whole state right here on one handy refrigerator magnet. That's the capital there. I imagine at Springfield. It's kind of, you know, some capitals are more domed and some are. Minneapolis, Minnesota. That's a keeper. All right, let's see here. Rochester, Minnesota. I wasn't there. It's a Mayo Clinic. I should go now. Wichita, Kansas. I don't like the ones that are just plates. They should give you a little more than just the license plate. For example, in Pittsburgh, don't they do a nice job here? This is right on the Monongahela or whatever that is there. Is there Three Rivers? Or is that Cincinnati? I don't know. Probably both of them. Nice shot, though, for a magnet. Makes you dizzy to look at your refrigerator. Oh, yeah, so I'm saying there's a lot of these here. What do we got? Cleveland. Wearing my Cleveland shirt. Cleveland. Okay. Just to show you that I've been places. Cleveland, we're not Detroit. But they actually made Detroit bigger than Cleveland, which I thought was interesting. They don't like Detroit. I don't know why. I get it. I get it. I get it. New York. This is New York, ladies and gentlemen. Shh. Look at that. If you see that, you're in New York. Okay, enough of these. West Virginia, very nice. Charleston. A lot of good times in Charleston. Boulder. Huh? Okay, looks exactly like that. Kansas. Just a couple of sunflowers. Okay, so Chicago now. Ann Arbor. Ann Arbor. There it is. Ann Arbor, pretending to be Madison. Trying to look like Madison as much as possible. That's Ann Arbor. Okay. So I've been places, but I don't. One time we went, my wife and I, when she was like a few months pregnant already with Ellie, with what would be Ellie. We don't travel well together. We don't stay in one place well together. We argue about the same things. It could be, in Paris or in the living room. And it's always I've done something wrong or I didn't do something right, usually. And then I get mad because she yells at me. And that happened throughout, we just went to France and Spain, just two major nation states. And, the worst thing happened in Paris. We were in Paris. Cobblestones, loved it. She wore her sandals and kept walking in dog shit. I said, Sandy, did you bring another pair of shoes? No, I brought the sandals. All right. Okay, anyway. We had some argument somewhere down there, these cobblestone streets there, and there's people everywhere and stuff, and she took off, so I went after her. I mean, I didn't go after her, I went after her, because I didn't get any. She left, so I didn't have a last word, but I usually don't anyway. Anyway, so we ran through this square, and so I was a couple blocks behind her. It was not a scene or anything, but I was always agitated and trying to. And a mime ran alongside me and imitated my behavior accurately. A mime. And I didn't know how to say fuck you in French. Or fuck you, get out of my business. A mime. And he did me honestly, I recognized myself. This mime was good. And I'm going to tip him. I don't think I was going to tip him or anything. I was going to kill him. So I don't have Wanderlust. I'm not the wandering Jew. That's not me. Yeah, so we don't travel anymore, needless to say. And we don't try not to stay at home with each other too much either. No, it's going good, though. It's going good at this point. It's been like 30-something years. Longer than my career, so-called. All right, so I'm trying to, intimidating this whole thing here. Nora, the travel in our family is Nora, my youngest. People say, how the girl's doing? Fine. One is a realtor and one is Latina, so you never know how they're going to turn out, is my standard line. But they're both true. The realtor is kicking ass in real estate here in Madison. She's itching to sell our family house from under us. Poor Dick. It's just a matter of months till she does. And she says she'll put us in someplace nice. Then Nora just wants to speak Spanish. She has an excellent accent. And she's been all over. Actually, unbelievable. Because she wanted to speak Spanish. She volunteered in Managua, outside Managua, something much smaller. That's the big city in Nicaragua. And slept, inside just a hammock with a mosquito net around it because she wanted to speak Spanish. To what? To the mosquitoes? I don't think so. This is a chart here showing some of Nora's travels to an attempt to speak Spanish. South America's over here, isn't it? Yeah, there it is. Okay. You can see this. I can't. All right, so here, and then Yucatan was just a family trip. But then she went down to Peru, and what is this here? That's Colombia. God, I hope she hasn't been in Colombia. But now she's in Santiago, Chile, as we speak now, and then she'll be going to Argentina and Uruguay and then Brazil. But she's also done Peru, the last trip, and then she went to Spain, has been here somewhere, and studied there for a semester, so she could speak Spanish. And then, but these are all forays she made all around North Africa and Turkey and everywhere, Scandinavian countries, England, British Isles and stuff, looking for Spanish speakers, I'm sure. So anyhow, I'm just saying she's fearless, and I think it's wonderful, because I was always a chicken shit about traveling, or I probably would have been a lot bigger in my career. Was I mumbling? Did you hear any of that? Doesn't matter. It was visual. Oh, if you're listening on the podcast, it probably would matter. I was showing a world map where Nora has been in search of Spanish. And then of course, there's all those dialects within each of the Spanish things. And so in Peru, they got this thing. And then, and now in Chile, she can't understand them because they are Chilean. And they do a weird thing. It's like a Boston accent with the Chilean Spanish. Anyway, but she's doing great. So I don't travel, but maybe you do. So coming up, we're going to have, first, it is our Places Day. You'll have a chance, if you are somewhere later on, there'll be a hotline here, a chance for you to call in. There's places in various languages, saying places here, if you want to say that. Yeah. See, I've gone to no expense there at all on your behalf. I've gone to no expense on your behalf. That's what people should say, right? Great expense. Behind. Great expanse. Okay. What's going on in the world of travel? Madrid transit officials tackle manspreading. Manspreading is very big now. Not just in Madrid, but I think all over the European continent, and perhaps here as well. The annoying habit some men have of spreading their legs on buses and trains. I don't think they're trying to be territorial. I'll give you a hint, those of you who don't have them. What we call in Yiddish the klenum, they need to hang, because otherwise they stick to one side of the other. And I'm just saying this. I'm not trying to be cutting edge. But if you're klenum, you're not airing them out because they're not, but they're not. At least they're not trapped in there. So if you don't know anything about klenum, men's cleaning, that would express manspreading. And I think men get like it's a thing. They're being aggressively male, or they are kind of airing them out, spiritually speaking. All right, mansplaining. Anyway, manspreading is something else. Manspreading. Madrid transit officials tackle manspreading. So I guess they go and they snap their knees together in Madrid there, if they feel like it. Probably depends on the guy. Seattle's got here. Seattle, the sound transit system tackled the problem not with an image of a man, but a purple octopus with 8 long tentacles draped over neighboring seats. Yes, but did those tentacles have little klenum in between each one of them? Then it was perfectly understandable. Can't be sympathetic to men anymore. I wasn't going to mention Trump, but Trump. How to travel to Cuba now. Okay, so it's more difficult now to get to Cuba. So I think, what the best way is go down to Key West and wait for the next, inner tube to wash up there with several people on it, hopefully very well and doing well, and they can be patriated. And then just take the inner tube and go back the other way. Land on that beach there. You probably want to not land near Guantanamo because you could be considered a threat. But then, so I would just take the tube back and enjoy Cuba. And those cars you'll never have, those 57 Chevys. You can just watch them with the Pontiac fenders on them and the wheels from Chrysler. I don't know. But they may do, and they're very nice. 52 best places to go in 2017. I'll just give you, I can't give you all 52. It's just too heartbreaking because I'll never go to anywhere. But number one, and I think that's something we can all do, is Canada. Before we outlaw Canada or try to build a wall there, it says here, Canada, this is from This is the New York Times. Canada. A northern neighbor is a world to explore. Canada is huge, the second largest country by area. It's also a world unto itself. Cosmopolitan cities, barely explored natural wonders, and everything in between. And this is the year to visit in honor of the 150th anniversary of its confederation. When the original colonies came together as one country, Canada is rolling out the welcome mat. All the more than 200 national parks and historic sites are offering free admissions. Okay, so you go to Banff in Alberta and get in there free. That's pretty good. To Prince Edward Island, to the Mealy Mountains in Labrador. Mealy Mountains sound interesting to me. Labrador. Okay, so that's something to think about. If you want to see the Mealy Mountains, and I would definitely go to Canada if that's what you want to see. This is seems to be a desert here. Is this Canada? Do they have a desert in Canada? Oh no, that's the Atacama Desert in Chile. So I wasn't going to suggest this to Nora. I think I won't. She is cold though because she didn't figure it would be winter down there. So she went from winter here and then immediately to another winter down there, and then she should be back in time for, let's see, winter back here. So she could have 3 winters in 1 year, but she was speaking Spanish. And she's very good. I mean, her accent is, well, listen to me. Me llamo Miguel. The Atacama draws adventure seekers and stargazers to its vast otherworldly landscape of wind-carved dunes and kaleidoscope salt lakes. Sunrise balloon rides. Wow, okay, fine, but why do you have to get up at sunrise to take a balloon ride? To see the sunrise? How about sunset balloon rides? Much nicer. Of course, then you have to land in the dark. The Explora Atacama Hotel. That's nice. Excursions, desert excursions. They have a desert there in the desert, apparently. Very nice. Looks very nice. You're on a desert nearby. Nearby to Nora. Agra, India. Beyond the Taj Mahal, new attractions beckon. What it's did they redo the Taj Mahal? Yeah, now it's the Trump Taj Mahal. And they have the Agra Pavilion. Dozen vendors and restaurants. The Mughal Museum. And India's fastest train and longest expressway. Now cut travel time from Delhi to Lucknow. So there you go. Sounds perfect. Zermatt, Switzerland. New reasons to get close to the Matterhorn. I'll live with the old reasons for that. Botswana. Old Lions, new digs in the heart of the Okavango. And there's something here. This is called Duba Plains Camp. Luxury tented camp in a private 77,000-acre portion of... They're not shooting things, are they? Safaris on boats. Built camera mounts. Okay, that's fine. I recommend it if it's camera mount. I'd be one of those dentists there shooting things that should shoot them in a more positive world, fairer world. Lions would be shooting dentists. Dubrovnik, Croatia is a hot place to be now in Croatia and in that part of the world there. They're all going to the Dalmatian coast. All the kids are. I'm sure Nora's been there. Limestone, there's usually limestone paved streets, 80-foot walls, the Old Town, Dalmatian coast, King's Landing on the Game of Thrones. A lot of people go for that. That's probably not a good reason. Luster, added to Luster, electric scooter sharing program. You don't see that on Game of Thrones. 4-star beachside hotel Compass is a comfy addition. Hotels. What else is there to see, though? Dalmatians. They have Dalmatians there? I could say more about that, I think. The Grand Teton National Park in Wyoming is beautiful. And total solar eclipse on August 21st. So I would say if you're going anywhere on August 21st, it probably should be the Grand Teton National Park in Wyoming. Catch the total eclipse. Get there early, though. If you get there late, you won't be able to see anything. Tijuana, Mexico. Was there? I mean, we did a show in San Diego, and we went down there, and Jim and Jeff, and John, and everybody, me, Tijuana. Still rough around the edges. Great place to buy fake drugs, though. And fake watches. Jim was considering a Rolex, but it was too cheap. He hesitated. This fast-growing border town is on the rise. Luxury condo boom, new $60 million bus rapid transit system, culinary renaissance in Tijuana. Fueled by craft breweries, stylish coffee shops, and globally informed restaurants. Globally informed? Well, we'd like to inform you globally. What does that mean, globally informed? That range from Telefonica Gastro. Oh, it's anything with a gastro in it, you know, is going to be good. Hipster food trucks to bustling Baja Med spots like La Quinceañera in the Riverside Zona Rio. How's my accent? Neighborhood. Okay, Tijuana. Time to rethink Tijuana. Detroit, Michigan. That came out of nowhere. Comeback City. Revitalized. Q-Line streetcar. It's a UNESCO City of Design. Woodward Avenue now connects to a new center area, passes through Midtown with the windows that don't open, so you'll be okay. Home to the Detroit Institute of the Arts and the entertainment-focused District Detroit. We're a stadium opening this fall was shared by the Detroit Red Wings and a return from the suburbs, the Detroit Pistons. Okay, but what do you do once you're there? It sounds promising. And finally, of the top 10, Hamburg, Germany, which is actually the Detroit of Germany. So this is good. Zaha Hadid's meandering promenade along the Elbe recently breathed new life into the waterfront and the nearby 19th century warehouse district, which made the UNESCO World Heritage List in 2015. It's a 360-foot tall glass structure atop an old warehouse. And did the Beatles play there? I don't think so. Its spiky roof evoking sails in the city's maritime past. And if all that architectural gawking tires you out, the uber-luxurious Fontenay will open later this year, the first 5-star hotel in this northern German city in 18 years. There you have it. Another thing here, tipping. Okay, by the way, you can call now if you are someplace now, or if you've been to a place, or if it's something with a place in it. This is the number to call: 608 Claude 0X or 256-3029. You can call in and possibly I could be able to put you on the air here, and just tell us. It's a hotline, I guess you could say. Tell us about your place. And oh my goodness gracious, this is exciting. I didn't think it would actually happen. Oh. Hello? Jim, sorry about that. Call again, won't you? It's Claude 0X. 608-256-3029 with your place. Either that you are or that you... Hello? Hello?
Yes.
Hi, who's this?
Hey, this is Steven from New York City.
Are you trying to reach me, Steven, or is this some a crank
No,
call or political? Oh, okay.
Time to call?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Yeah.
A little windy outside, but I'm doing well.
It's windy outside. Are you outside?
Yes, I work in downtown Manhattan. I'm sitting in the Battery Park overlooking the Statue of Liberty.
Well, what are you doing there exactly as far as work goes?
I work for the city subways and buses.
And what do you do for them?
A logistics manager, make sure the parts are where they are so the buses and subways can run on time.
Making the parts where they should be?
No, warehousing, logistics.
Logistics and warehousing.
Yes.
And
we're a pretty big organization.
I would say massive.
Warehouses.
Yes. Is it possibly going to obstruct traffic to have you talking on the phone to a Facebook Live? Poor excuse for a show?
The buses don't go this far.
Oh, they don't? Okay. You're on your lunch break anyway, right?
Exactly.
Exactly. And are you native New Yorker? Sounds like you might be.
Yes, I am.
Yes.
I was born about 3 miles from where I'm sitting right now.
No kidding. How hard is it to get the job you got there? I bet it's pretty hard.
this is a very hard job to get. I'm here 28 years. I have 3 more before I can retire.
Can you pass this on to a child of yours, or is it an inheritable type job, an inheritable New York job?
No, this is a competitive job.
Yeah. And when you first got it, were you surprised that you got? I mean, how did you approach getting something? I mean, it must be.
It was one of these. You got to know who you know, somebody who knows somebody type of thing.
Yeah, that's great.
I was hired. I applied for the phone company and the transit authority the same day, and was hired.
Oh wow, cool.
Hired on the same day, and decided to go with the transit authority.
Fantastic. Well, that's great. I'm glad to hear it. And do you have is New York your city then that you wanted to extol, or do you have a different city that you've been to or want to go back
I've
to?
been a lot of different places. Yeah. I tell everybody has to go to Paris at least once in their lifetime.
Paris, yes, but not with their wives.
No, not with their wives. I've been with my son when he was in 8th grade. I chaperoned the trip. That was a lot of fun, I should say.
Yeah.
And I went after college with a couple buddies.
Yeah. So Paris is your town.
Paris would be my town, yeah.
Yeah.
But for everything else, yeah, everybody in the world has to come to New York, too.
New York is wonderful.
I am sitting in the middle of there is a line right now to get tickets to see get onto the Statue of Liberty, so there's a lot of tourists here right now.
Yeah.
I also work across the street from the statue of that bull, the Wall Street Bull, which
yes.
I think everybody knows about.
Yeah.
Can't even get across the street sometimes. There's so many people standing taking a picture of it.
Yeah. 'Cause is the girl still there, facing the bull?
So the girl is still there. Yes.
You know,
The mayor made sure of it.
Yeah, I like the girl much better than the bull. I know the sculptor of the bull, the Spanish guy who did that, was very upset that there is a girl now facing down his bull.
Facing down the bull, yes, with their hands on her hip.
With hands on her hip, but I think that's very cool. And
it just makes getting across the street to get to my subway station to get home a problem, but because there's so many people. But it's a pretty cool thing down here.
Yeah. It's been nice talking to you. Is there another city besides Paris you want to extol here? Would you think, for example, when you end up leaving this job, this cushy job, it's a hard one to quit because you know.
Without a doubt, I am moving to South Florida. Most of my friends, a lot of my friends have moved to South Florida. I don't care where. Sometimes I want to get out of New York.
Yeah.
I will say this though. I have been listening to your show for many, many years,
yes.
on and off. I want to come to Madison, Wisconsin.
Yes, you should.
But what you talk about, it sounds like a great place to be. A college town with a lot of good restaurants and
yes.
Good,
you know what?
Good time.
I mean, at this point in my life, I hardly leave my house, but I have great memories of Madison, Wisconsin, having lived there once. It's pretty different, actually. We were down there on campus the other day because my daughter, who graduated, insists still on living on campus and doing the pretend student thing. Campus housing and all that stuff. It's ridiculous. Anyway, but down there, and they have these drinking buses now, where you get 40 people drinking buses. You get 40 people on a bus. I assume they were students. I hope there's no older Americans on it. And you have to pedal the thing. The thing works by pedaling, so everyone is drinking and pedaling. And you get behind one of those, and you're going nowhere. And there's several of them now. I mean, it's gone crazy in Madison.
I'll have to look. I'll have to see if I can find a video of that.
I'm sure.
I can tell you that it's not here in New York.
Yeah, it would be good to have drunken buses in New York, I think. But actual buses and have people drinking on them. I think would be.
I have all the other tours. Why not a bus tour?
You could work, and you're in a position to do something about that. It's a good idea.
Well, yes, I would make sure that it would work. Getting it is a whole nother story.
Yes. I'm sorry, your name again is?
Steven.
Steven, thank you so much for calling, Steven.
Oh, well, thank you for having your show and for continuing to do this. I look forward to it today.
Yeah, pleasure talking to you.
Same here.
All right, take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye. That was Steven, and he called from New York, and he's got I was just trying to think, like in Chicago, if you want to have the ideal job, it would be at Wrigley Field as a vendor. You're a kid, and I actually, I knew someone who got one of those jobs, but it's almost impossible to get. But I think in New York, if you work like in his job, transit, they can't fire you. Who's going to fire you? Who knows even you're working there? And it's a good job, and it's something that you can do for a living. And so the number here is 608-256-3029. And he wants Paris or South Florida. I'm a little disappointed in the South Florida thing. We didn't have a chance to talk about that. I'm sure there are nice places in South Florida. Or maybe you meant Key West or something. I don't know. That'd be pretty cool. I'm about ready for that, I think. Claude 0X, 608-Claude-0X. We're looking for places now. Maybe you're in a place right now. Maybe you're on maybe you're on doing your vacation thing. Pardon me. I forgot I was on camera. Sometimes they just get squeezed together. And 608-256-3029 places. Tipping, okay. China, no tipping culture. If you're going to China, a restaurant frequented by locals, you don't leave a tip. The same holds true for a hotel. If you're staying at a hotel that caters to luxury overseas visitors, you tip. Okay. No manager in China is assuming that their staff is going to make an income on tips other than perhaps the luggage boys in certain hotels. Tip quietly and out of sight if you do, and not in front of employers. Massage houses, however, no tipping. Okay. That's a place I probably would tip, I guess. You like to, show your gratitude. Japan, also non-tipping. Let's see. India, 50 rupees a bag for the porter, 250 rupees a night for the housekeeper. And guides get you 400 to 500 rupees a day. They like rupees, by the way, not us. What about in the United Arab Emirates? Anyone go in there? Give us a call here. 608-256-3029. It's places on the Call Me, Maybe Not. United Arab Emirates restaurants, it's like the U.S., 15 to 20%. They have 7-star restaurants. You know you're going to pay there. A 7-star restaurant. Wow. I didn't know you could have 7 stars and still be a restaurant. Well, it should be like something celestial. Tip the maitre d' $50 to $100. Boy, I'm not going to the UAE. Not UA me. You're going to be paying $200 per person for the meal anyway. Holy cow. Dollars accepted, you betcha. Oh, but here, all right. Unlike elsewhere in the region, don't tip bathroom attendants in the UAE unless there is a coin dish in the restroom. So I'm a bathroom attendant. I make sure that I have, or retendant, make sure I have a coin dish going there. 608-256-3029. We're talking places today. Places you've been, places you want to be, places you are right now, places you just think about for no particular reason. Here's a special trip that someone made I thought was really funny from the New York Times also. Marion Bull, karaoke coast to coast. She took a trip from New York to Los Angeles via karaoke places. And that was pretty funny, actually. Not quite Travels with Charlie, but it's pretty good. Richmond, let's see, she's in Richmond. At the Babes of Carytown, a lesbian bar that offers karaoke every Wednesday night. At first glance, it appeared empty. Nobody was in the long bar near the entrance where I bought a $2 draft, but then I heard music and headed to the back room, which was slightly less empty and covered with the previous week's Halloween decorations. As I huddled near the songbook, I felt the singular anxiety of being in a foreign bar, alone and purposeless. I launched into a song, Macy Gray's I Try. That's a tough one. Rule over. Halfway through, I started laughing at myself in the quiet room and how nice it felt. The absurdity cracked my anxiety, and I sang another song and then another before I grew tired. A staff member followed with Alice Cooper's Feed My Frankenstein. Good segue. I Try and Feed My Frankenstein. Complete with plenty of lusty thrusts and guttural yells, then quietly trotted off stage back to work. And she went to Nashville, New Orleans, Austin, Phoenix, Las Vegas, and then to L.A., all in karaoke. So if you can do special trips like that, maybe you have one you'd like to tell us about. 608-256-3029. Oh, there is some buyer beware. What time is it now? Oh, we're almost at the end of the show. We could use another caller there. Oh, Steve was good. Steven was good. Pinterest. You do Pinterest? What is that? That's where people think something is good, so they tell everybody how good it is. And then you try it, and it's really not. And you wonder who that person was, kind of thing. You can do it for travel too, and there's a traveler type Pinterest thing, overseas attractions, public Pinterest. But someone put something up that they said was Kilfane Glen in Kilkenny County, Ireland, and this is just a black and white picture with you. Does that look like Ireland to you? I don't think so. And as a matter of fact, I don't know here. Now, and so, what if you made arrangements to go to Kilkenny Glen County, Kilfane Glen, and of course here are the people responding to this activity. Laura Richards said, wow. Charity Meinhardt said, yeah, this is not in Ireland. Susan Hollis said, got that right. It is in Ireland, and it looks photoshopped. Jen Parsons says, looks like the Cascades. And Darren Murphy said, not County Kilkenny or any place in Ireland. So be careful if you do take a Pinterest trip. That's all I can say. And we're coming almost out of time here, and I had hoped to get in at least one other place from someone out there. But if not, we can do a quick one-fer in the quiz right here. Now, the What Do You Know quiz, it's a one-fer. So if you call right now, and I don't mean in a minute later, you can play the What Do You Know one-fer quiz, in which I ask you one question, and you got to answer it. So that's pretty important. So think about that. 608-CLOD-0X or 608-256-3029. Oh, yes, okay. Well, I won't show you my Tbilisi plate. Then it's going to happen. This is going to happen. Yes? Okay. Hi there.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Not bad.
That's good. Can I hear you?
You're going to have to tell me. Can you hear me?
Okay. Can you hear me? Wait a minute. Hello? Oh, my God. I hung up the phone. Boy, that's disappointing. I didn't do that on purpose. I thought I could put it there and it would still charge. You want to call? I thought it was Elizabeth. I could see that. So you want to call back, Elizabeth? I will give you preference. Did you know that it hung up if you just put? I thought it was just for charging. And I'll get this out of here, Elizabeth. Just call right back. Shouldn't be a problem. I think this is the phone off now? Yes. Okay, but it will take calls. Got the quiz box right here. And I'll have some more coffee. All right, I'm just going to... Hi, is that you, Elizabeth? Hello? Are you still there?
I'm still here.
Oh, good. Is this Elizabeth?
Yes.
Oh, hi. How are you? I'm sorry about that. I honestly thought if you put that back on a hook with these modern phones, it just charges them. But apparently it hangs them up, just like in the old days. How are you?
Not bad, are you?
I'm fine, thanks. Did you have a place you want to talk about, or did you want to try this one for a quiz here real quick?
Well, I was calling in for the one for.
You're in for the one for?
Sure.
Okay. Where are you? Where are you located at, Elizabeth?
I'm in Toledo.
In Toledo, hi. We've been there, did a show there, and it was really a lot of fun. I enjoyed it a lot. I don't know if the audience enjoyed it as much as I did, as a matter of fact. But anyhow, okay, so the one for a quiz here, we have the following categories. I'll let you pick. Current events, people, places, things you should have learned in school had you been paying attention. Science or odds and ends. What would you like, Elizabeth?
Let's stay with the theme and go places.
Places, did you say?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we got the zombie apocalypse here. And the question is, this involves Chicago. I don't know if you can speak for the Chicagoans. But anyhow, in a zombie apocalypse, how long would it take for 2 million Chicagoans to be zombified? This is multiple choice, so you've got a good chance of getting this right now. A zombie apocalypse, how long would it take for 2 million Chicagoans to be zombified? A, no time at all. B, 2 months. Or C, 108 years, like the Cubs.
I'd say A, no time at all.
Okay. Would you consider like a couple of months to be like no time at all?
Are you talking Chicago or Chicagoland?
Chicago.
Naperville and Beloit and everything is 2 months. Yeah, I
Yeah.
go with that.
So now you want to specify 2 months as opposed to no time at all, although they might be the same thing?
Sure. Let's stick with 2.
Yes, 2 months is right. Holy cow, it's all it would take to zombify Chicago. And it's already happening to the Cubs, so you can see that's something that's quite possible to happen. Congratulations. You win some fabulous coffee from my friend there, Herb Brodsky, out there in Denver, Novo Coffee. It is absolutely the best coffee. They grind it themselves. They select choice coffees from around the world. It's all fair traded, and they grow them in shade, so they don't. They're not destroying the landscape. And these are the best beans you'll find anywhere in the world. They grind them to perfection in Denver, Colorado, and they're going to send you a pound of those. What I need you to do is to give me a little email at at whadyaknow2@gmail.com, and just give me a mailing address so we don't have to give that to everybody who isn't listening right now.
I will do that.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thanks, Elizabeth. Nice talking to you.
Have a good one.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
Well, there you have it again. I hear that theme song. I hear that theme song starting up again, so I hear that theme song starting up again, so I can see it's time to say goodbye for the Tuesday version, which was Places, although you wouldn't know it.
Here's my number.
This Thursday, coming up Thursday, same time, 12 noon.
Hey, just met you.
12 noon CDT Central Daylight Time, and we run about this long, I guess. Oh, this is a long one today. It's 12:45 already, so I get overtime on this one. And thanks very much for listening, and I hope you enjoyed some of it or part of it. If not all of it, let me know. And have a good one. And remember, call me, maybe not.